Hi, welcome to Sacred Enzyme. Is Seth from Noah's lineage, Noah's son Seth, was he a canine? Was he? Was Seth actually Set, S-E-T, from Egyptian mythology? I think so. So let's read about this. So Seth is the third son of Adam and Eve, okay? So which would mean that either Adam or Eve had to have had canine genetics. Seriously. Because we have Cain and we have Abel, and they're twins. Twins, one. The fact that Seth is also Seth in the Egyptian hieroglyphics as being a dog head, humanoid. I think it's just a little too much to ignore, because if you go through the whole family line and you go back, like what we were talking about, these Greco-Egyptian Roman gods that lead back to these dog-headed creatures, you'll see that Enoch was the 7th generation descendant of Adam through Seth. So if Seth is the dog-headed Anubis, then that would be Enoch was also a canine. So Enoch, Seth, it would have been Adam or Eve, and Enoch is the great-grandfather of Noah. So Noah had to have had dog genetics. There's just no way around it. And then all three of his sons would have had canine genetics. So we have Ham, who, let's think about this. One of my family names is Isham, I-S-H-A-M. And the Isham family was one of the oldest families in the United States in American politics before the United States. Now, I have read that they trace the Isham family, just got a thump on my watch. The Isham family traces their lineage back to Ham from Noah's line, okay? So if Ham, C-H-A-M, Cham, if he was part canine, and then his wife, like I said, his wife was African descendant. In her depictions, she has black skin, and her name was Kezia, but her first real name was Zedcat, K-A-T, cat. Come on, she was Lyran. So Ham, Cham, Chimera, Cham was with Kezia, and she was a healer, and she was of African origin, and she was from Lyra. So you had the descendants of Ham with these dog hybrid people, these wolf hybrid people. It goes back to the beginning. Married to a Lyran princess here. She's from Lyra. So we got a good dose, and I'm thinking that this is where the family line comes in of these very early royalty, is because, you have, well, let's just talk about this whole thing of how everything is formed and shaped with the history of the Black American, okay? Because their history has been buried, just like the Irish people's history. If you live in the United States and you have a mixed background, you're whatever American, you're this and that American. A lot of times, if your origin started out in like to slavery and stuff, like a lot of the Irish people, like, what happened to a lot of the Germans after the Nazi war was the Germans got caught up in that. It's almost like it's an effort to take these gene codes and make them have amnesia. These family lines. First, let's take people to a country where they don't know the language, okay? Secondly, let's take away all their religious beliefs, because, the Irish people, they went back to the old pagan ways, the old ways, earth magic. And so did the Africans, because they stayed with their earth magic. This is why they believe in their ancestors, because It's all in the ancestors. It's all in the ancestors. But for some reason, us as Americans, we've gotten so separated from where we come from. We got to find where we come from. It's important to know our galactic origins so we can find out what we are, what we're a chimera of, and what our purpose is here. Because everybody has a certain type of energy. You either have, you have an, oh, we got another thump. Boy, we are really getting it channeled in today. Everybody invokes a type of energy, just like the Native Americans talk about. It's your spirit totem. Why would it be called a spirit totem? I mean, there's just too many coincidences here for there not to be some truth in here. So Enoch he's a descendant. He is a descendant of Noah. He's a descendant, well, he's a grandpa of Noah. He's a descendant of Adam through Seth. Seth is depicted in Egyptian hieroglyphs all over as a dog-headed or a numus-headed being. And you know, maybe we should go back and revisit the work that was done where the Seth, where somebody, this lady, I can't remember what her name is. It was from the 70s. She was channeling in Seth. She was channeling in Seth, and she wrote a whole bunch of books. And a lot of people have taken their first step into their awakening reading the Seth materials. I've not read all the Seth material. I read most of the Edgar Cayce stuff, but most of that's just been taught to me and talked to me by my grandmother, who raised me as a spiritualist. So I was familiar with Edgar Cayce from childhood, but I never read the Seth material. But I think that we're going to have to. I think we're going to have to. We're going to find out what it is that she has to say about the canine streak in Seth's line. So, you know, Enoch it says there are multiple matches for Enoch, including the son of Cain and the son of Jared. So we've got Jared being wrapped into this whole Canaanite thing. And so we're going to have to study the Canaanites some more. But I don't want to make any of these videos too long, but I really think that we're onto something here. So Enoch, and I'm going to learn the keys of Enoch. And the doctor that teaches the keys of Enoch, he went to school and studied the same time in the same place as my grandma in the 70s. So I wonder if he knows my grandma. But it's just interesting that I'm going in April to learn the teachings of Enoch. And Enoch's possibly, we're looking at him being a canine hybrid. All the way back to Adam. So yeah, I'm thinking we need to go back and look at Adam and Eve. Because you know what? They may have taken and made us part primate in our genetic thing because we all had animal avatars, but I guarantee you there's definitely wolf in there. There's some wolf in there. I think that maybe Eve was a wolf. Maybe Adam was a primate. Who knows? We'll see. We're going to keep digging. We're going to get to the bottom of this, folks. We're going to get to the bottom of it. But through the Keylontic work material and our galactic origins and all of the biblical work that we've got and a lot of these very, very, very old books. These very old books, especially these German books and these writings from these Greek philosophers from old times. We're going to have to read all these tragedies and mysteries. So with that, let's go back to the drawing board. So this is enough for today. We've done enough videos today, and I got more research to do because, I mean, just sitting here researching this morning, I have like 14 different things that I need to research deeply. It's going to take days. So with that, please tell me what you have to say. Can this even be real? I mean, seriously, the Matrix is just weird. It's just cracking. We're like old Hillary said, we're shattering glass ceilings. We're shattering glass ceilings. Right. Yes, I'm sure that she had her glass ceiling shattered when she got involved with the group of people that she's involved with, the Polarity Group. The Polarity Group's what it should be called, the Polarity Group. Instead of the World Economic Forum, it should be called the Polarity Group. So with that, I hope to catch you on the next one. don't forget to get outside today and get some sunshine. That's where we're going next. We're going for a walk out in the forest. So with that, give thanks to our Divine Father and Divine Mother Earth. And thank you again for watching all these crazy episodes on Sacred Enzyme. Bye-bye.